Stop wasting time because the clock doesn't stop for your excuses. Have you ever felt that the time escapes you, that the problems are accumulate and that regrets will be turn your constant shadow? Time is gold. Solve your problems before you do. Repenting is a crude phrase but incredibly realistic that encapsulates the essence of a meaningful life. And in this video, we invite you to a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. We will pray why every minute counts, because you shouldn't procrastinate solving your problems, and how to prevent regrets from pursue. You'll discover practical tips backed by the Stoic philosophy that will help you make more use of your time and energy. From the self-awareness to self-discipline, we'll give you the tools necessary to live more and in harmony with your values and goals. Don't let time go on flowing meaninglessly, or that the problems accumulate to the point of This video is an invitation to free yourself from the burden of future regrets, to take the reins of your life and build a future more promising. Life is short, time is, and change starts with a decision. You're ready to change your focus. Stop wasting your time on unnecessary things and build a life more meaningful. Click to watch the video and start your journey to a one life full of purpose and satisfaction. Time is money. Solves your troubles before you regret. This affirmation is a relentless reminder of the ephemeral and valuable nature of the time in our lives. Time too, unlike many other possessions, can be purchased or accumulate. There's no way to recover the hours that have gone by, and every day that passes is a missed opportunity for influencing our future. From a Stoic perspective, this phrase acquires an even deeper meaning. Stoic ancient philosophers such as Epictetus, Seneca, y Marco Aurelio emphasized the importance of living with wisdom and virtue. Time management was an essential component of this philosophy, since they considered that the wasted time was a waste, irreparable opportunity to develop moral excellence and finding satisfaction in life. Phrase arises to us to address our immediate problems and challenges. When we postpone the resolution of problems, we run the risk of accumulating difficulties and complications that may arise, become an increasing burden. Heavy postponement also tends to anxiety and stress, as the unresolved issues continue to weigh in our minds and awareness. Procrastination and avoidance of problems are often temporary defense mechanisms that away from facing reality, but with time these problems, they inevitably grow and multiply. And when we finally face them, we regret that we did not do so earlier. Repentance arises from perception that we could have avoided unnecessary difficulties if we had acted promptly, and determine the wisdom of this phrase. It also applies to efficient management of time. We often waste countless hours in trivial activities such as social media, television, or complaints. The phrase urges us to reflect on how we use our time and prioritize what is truly important in our life. Reminds us that procrastination and complaining are ways to waste the valuable resource of time. How we can Tap into this wisdom in our everyday life. Here are a few self-awareness tips. Self-awareness in Stoicism is a fundamental component for search of wisdom and virtue. Is ancient philosophy holds that a well-lived life implies self-reflection, understanding of oneself, and the self-control. Stoic self-awareness. It involves examining our emotions, desires, and reactions to circumstances. By being aware of our own inclinations, we can assess whether they are in line with reason and virtue. This allows us to take more informed decisions and act in a more informed way, according to what is ethically, instead of giving in to the irrational passions and desires. Acceptance of the self is another aspect key to self-awareness. Stoic. This implies accepting both our virtues as our own weaknesses and work on improving our moral qualities. By recognizing our limitations, we can cultivate the virtue which is the ultimate goal of the Stoicism. Self-awareness is also related to control over emotions. By being aware of our emotional reactions, we can avoid being swept away by emotions. Destructive effects such as anger or fear. In their place, we can act with serenity and equanimity that contributes to a life more serene and virtuous in the end. Self-awareness from the Stoicism focuses on living according to with reason and virtue, aligning our actions with nature and the wisdom. The practice of mindfulness, an important tool in this process, as it allows us to lend mindful attention to the present, our actions and our reactions, which makes it easier to make ethical decisions and rational prioritization. From the Stoic perspective, it is based on discernment and wisdom. Stoics believed we should focus in what is under our control and not worry about what's beyond. This involves prioritizing what is reasonable and ethical and set aside futile worries or emotions. Disturbing ways. In following this approach, we can make informed decisions and focus on what really matters, such as the development of virtues such as wisdom, justice, and courage. To prioritize our actions accordingly with reason and virtue, we stand on a path of authenticity and virtuosity without wasting time or energy in vain worries. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of self-discipline and self-reflection in the prioritization. This involves examining our inclinations and desires and consciously decide what you deserve our attention and effort. In doing so, we avoid indulgence in desires inappropriate or in concern trivial. What leads us to a life more meaningful and in line with the nature. Eliminates distractions. Eliminating distractions is essential to achieve mental clarity and virtue. The Stoics advocated virtue focus on what's important and the elimination of all that diverts attention from goals. This includes reduce worry about issues and the temptations of the fleeting pleasures that can distract us of our path to wisdom and the virtue of eliminating distractions. The Stoics emphasized the importance of self-discipline and self-evaluation. We must constantly be aware of our inclinations and desires and Discerning what is essential from what is essential is superfluous when making informed decisions. In ethics, we can direct our attention to what really matters and eliminate distractions that can move away from our purpose of living. According to reason and virtue, practice of self-control and mindfulness is critical to the elimination of distractions. By being aware of our emotions and desires can resist the temptation of distractions and stay focused on our goals more. By doing so, we create a space for reflection and search of virtue, which leads us to a fuller life and significant self-discipline. Self-discipline is a central concept in Stoic philosophy, as the Stoics. They believed that cultivating virtue and wisdom required conscious control about our actions and desires. From this perspective, the self-discipline implies the ability to resist temptations, keep the emotional balance, and acting accordingly with reason and virtue. They considered self-discipline to be essential to living a virtuous and in keeping with nature. This implies self-mooring in the ones we need, improve and work on the self-regulation. By being aware of our inclinations and desires can make informed and ethical decisions in rather than giving in to irrational impulses or passions. Destructive Stoic self-discipline. It also relates to the ability to accept the circumstances that we cannot change and focus on what's low our control. This implies no worry about what's beyond our influence, and in its place, focus on how we respond to situations. Self-discipline allows you to stay calm in the midst of adversity and act with serenity and equanimity. Make the most of the smallest moments. From the Stoic perspective, take advantage of the smallest moments in life are essential for cultivating virtue and find the Stoics believe that we should not postponing the pursuit of wisdom and virtue for an uncertain future, but that we must find meaning and purpose in every present moment. Every instant offers the opportunity to practice self-discipline, self-control and self-reflection instead of seeking happiness in accomplishments, external pleasures or fleeting pleasures. The Stoics, they advocated finding her in the authenticity and in the connection with what it's really important when lending. Pay attention to the little things in life and live according to reason and reason. Virtue, we cultivate serenity and satisfaction in every. It's not about avoiding them. Enjoy life, but enjoy it in a reasonable manner and without clinging to wishes. Insatiable to seize the most helps us to develop the self-discipline and self-control at the same time. Resist the temptations of instant gratification and act on in accordance with our ethical principles. Every moment becomes a opportunity to practice virtue and moving forward on our way to a life fuller and achieve meaningful goals. Use your time wisely allows you to advance further towards your personal goals and professionals. In addressing your goals proactively, you'll see more results fast and effective, which will give you a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Experience satisfaction. Live in congruence with your values and principles gives you a deep satisfaction and meaning in life at the same time. Dedicate your time to what you really want to do. You will feel more fulfilled and in peace with yourself. Minimize regrets in addressing the problems in a timely manner reduces the likely to regret it in the future. This feeling of liberation allows you to move forward with confidence and peace of mind, knowing you're taking action to build a life that really you want to. Develop virtues to act. Promptness and responsibility don't just allows you to solve more problems effectively, but it also helps you cultivating Stoic virtues such as self-discipline, patience, and resilience. These virtues strengthen your character and help you cope with the challenges with grace and determination to make the most of the time. Effective way from a Stoic has profound benefits. Helps develop Stoic virtues such as self-discipline, patience, and resilience that strengthen your character and prepare you to face challenges with confidence. Also brings you closer to your goals, personal and professional, in a personal and professional way. More efficient, giving you a greater sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Time management from this perspective also helps you live in congruence with your most important values, which leads to a more profound life, rich in meaning and aligned with your aspirations and principles. Are ultimately a path to a more satisfactory and virtuous. In summary, making effective use of time. From a Stoic perspective, it implies a valuable investment in one more life. Meaningful, purposeful. This approach provides solid guidance and pragmatics to address the management of the time and how to face the challenges. Everyday life we will explore below in more detail as each of the key components of this approach can transform your life. At the close of this video, I want you to reflect deeply on the wisdom contained in the phrase, "Time is money, solve your problems before regretting. Every day, every minute is a gift and you have the power to decide how." Don't let time slip through your fingers, or let them problems accumulate without solved. By addressing your challenges with you minimize regrets, futures, and create present more rewarding. So go ahead, embrace the power of your life, your decisions, and build a future without. Always remember that the time is a valuable resource. Use it wisely, and every day will become an investment in a fuller, more fulfilling life. Thank you for joining us in this journey towards time management and a more effective life. I say goodbye, but not before. I'm a Stoic. What about you?